Why does competence often replace authenticity? That's what we're discussing this week. There's something I call the universal dilemma, and it's an impossible choice that most children have to make early in their life when they have to choose between being themselves completely, authentically, and letting go of some of that in order to adapt and adopt some of the expectations of their surrounding environment. These are understandable, natural, required choices that we have to make, given that humans are born totally dependent on their adults, unlike other mammals. And so when the child has to make a choice between being themselves completely and fully, even if they risk disrupting the environment, versus accommodating to the environment, almost always, invariably, the strategically wise choice to make is that of adapting to the environment. Just a quick example to illustrate. Imagine the child that got accustomed to throwing the toy from the table over and over and over and over during dinner, and mom or dad are going along with the play and laughing at it. Fast forward to a point where the child is now slightly older and the parents expect that with language being more developed, the child now understands rules more readily. The parents may no longer go along with the play, and in fact after the second time they may shout at the child or reprimand the child and effectively let them know this is no longer okay. It can be confusing for the developing mind of the child to understand why all of a sudden being themselves in that free-spirited way they used to do until yesterday is no longer acceptable. But at some point they realize that if they don't go along with mom and dad's growing demands and eventually and later social demands, they will effectively be isolated and ostracized, and that's not good for survival. Now, this is natural, acceptable, and understandable for most humans. When it comes to high-functioning individuals, there's the extra variable of them being highly attuned to the environment with a great capacity to adapt and learn quickly to meet those social cues and expectations. If you imagine now doing this over and over and over every single day in tiny minuscule decisions for decades, you end up with a high-functioning adult who is highly attuned to the environment, is efficient and effective in meeting the needs and expectations of the environment, whether at work, at home, in a relationship, in business, in parenting, or whatever, and very often feeling the lack of their authentic self as part of the mix, as part of the project, as part of the role, as part of the task. And so I invite you to think about the following dynamic. If indeed you recognize yourself as a high-functioning individual, ask how many of the interactions you've had over the last 1 week were purely driven by competence versus the ones where you genuinely brought yourself into the mix. And so the reflection I leave you with this week: how much of the balance in the things that you engage with on a daily basis is driven by you, the real you, versus the conditioned, competent you that you learn to become?